welcome to Art Chats con la Mitotera. I'm your host, Mel Dominguez. Thank you all for joining us today. Our special guest is Kora Lupian, also known as Suspira Arte here on Instagram. So I hope that what we're doing here with the Galeria, I hope you're enjoying what we're doing. And if you want, or if you have a friend that's an artist that you think that we need to be interviewing, hey, send us a direct message. We'll answer that direct message and try to get a hold of that artist. We might be friends already. We're just trying to get as many of the artists that we've already worked with and present them to everybody here on Instagram. Now that we're on what I consider house arrest, this is an opportunity to really, some Melissa doesn't like that term, quarantine, okay? So in this time of quarantine, and where we have a lot of time to really complete our projects and think of new strategies and how we're going to take on the next phase of this world in which we live in. It's 2 months not working. Very cool, very nice, except for we gotta pay some bills. I also made a little quick stopover, a little quick visit to JBYC down in South Tucson. So John Valenzuela Youth Center, hello. It was good to see you today. I dropped off a little poster with the kid president thing going on in the background because I really think that the kids should be campaigning for their future. It belongs to them. I think that if we get the youth to really think about what they want and put it on video, maybe we could send something like that to our president. Give them some really good ideas from these young people. Oh, look at the... Okay. Yeah. So as we work this through, like I said, if you have any friends that are artists or interesting individuals you think that I should be talking to, hit us up on the direct messaging here on Instagram at the Galeria Mitotera. There's Kora.
Hey.
What's up? Welcome to Instagram.
How's it going?
It's going good. Tell everybody, where are you at right now? And where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I'm from here.
So what side of town are you at right now?
Oh, I'm in the Southwest over here, like kind of by the reservation.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you got that magic color coming from the sunset coming down.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. That's what I'm like, that you better give me some energy. I need it, please.
I wanted to ask you something. Where did you get the name Suspira Arte? What does it mean?
Suspira means to just take a deep breath, So with that, it's like my art is basically what I breathe in, my surroundings, and nervous wreck a lot of times. Like, I got problems. No, I'm just kidding. But but it's like breathing in has helped me a lot, like get that confidence. Like before I do anything, I just take a deep breath and I go for it. And like with my art, it's the same thing, because I'm not like good at drawing, so a lot of my art is just like an expression of like what I'm feeling at that time. So it's like what I exhaled at that time, like that's what I felt like drawing, so I drew it.
Yeah, I'd say you're a great artist. I don't
Thank you.
You can draw. I'm like, what? I'm trying to buy, I think, 2 paintings from you.
No, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like, everybody's an artist, but I mean, like, in a way, like, if you tell me to draw something for you right now, like, if you tell me to draw you a pickle, like, I can't draw you a pickle. Like, I'm gonna draw my version of a pickle is to the best that I can. Like, I can't do that,
That's cool. I think we should draw sometime. Just for fun. Oh, okay, wait a minute. So how did you get started?
That's my mom, Liz,
right
there.
Mom, hey, Mom. Thanks for
shout out my mom.
Hey, so when did you start doing this art thing? When did you get started?
Like, it didn't become like an official thing till like maybe like 4 years ago. Like, I would always draw as a little kid, and like drawing was always like my escape, and I would like always color in coloring books and stuff. But it was never like I was creating my own things. Like, yeah, I was creating my own things like in a notebook, like during class and sketching and stuff like that. But it was never like oh, I want to be an artist, you know, like that's going to be my profession when I grow up. It just started out of nowhere, and like it just bloomed from there. Like I couldn't, it was a force that should not be reckoned with, I feel now.
Okay, so look at like for folks who don't know your art, how would you describe it? Like what like how you get started and things? Because I could describe it, but I think I wanna hear from you.
I would describe it as just like colorful. Like I want it to tell a story. I want I want it to, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe like myself, my art.
Can I describe it?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so what I got listed right here from myself, because I was looking through your stuff and I've seen your stuff in person, but I called it color rich. It was color rich illustrations of nature's and her surroundings, and just, and you know what? I was like, you know what? I think I told Kora once that looking at her paintings made me feel high,
Yeah, I love that.
right?
That's what I want. That's what I want. Like whatever you choose to do, you know, smoke or not, no smoking necessary with my art, I feel, and that's why I appreciate, because I get that a lot, so I appreciate
Right?
that.
I was like, dude, if you invest in her art, you're gonna put it on your wall and you'll be able to trip without buying any drugs. I'm like, oh my God.
Let me save you some money.
And you get to invest in an artist, which I appreciate.
Yep, yep.
You know, it's super cool.
Thank you for that. Thank you for
You
that.
know, hell yeah. So when I was thinking about it when I first met. I was like, when? Because I had been starting to see you come to the gallery more often because of the mercaditos, but we actually met during an event. It was called the Gorgeous Summer.
Yeah.
Can you tell people what that was about?
It was Gorgeous Summer was an event that was put on by Pops. He's a local artist here with the Pascuayaki tribe, and he set up an event to release his album that he was gonna come out with, and he wanted to have musicians, artists, you know, all that. So he had that event and asked me to be in it, and I was like, all right, cool, yeah.
You're always so super chill, and so to me, I think you're like so balanced. Like I would trust you. Like you're like, let's go into that cave. I'm like, I'm going with Cora. Like,
Heck yeah, let's go in all the caves. I
but
actually like enjoy hiking and doing all that. Like, yeah, that's I love it.
let's go spelunking. Let's do it.
I'm down. You know I'm down.
Hell yeah. No, but at that event, I will tell you the truth. I was kind of nervous because I was like, it's a Friday night. It's a bunch of young people that I don't know. And then all of a sudden it was like more, if I felt like it was 100 people in my shop, and I was like, uh-oh. And I suddenly felt like an adult. I was like, the cops are gonna come. And the oldest person here. And you know what? That was the most peaceful event and the dopest. I was like,
Yeah,
pops,
it was pretty
wiggle,
dope. Yeah.
big ant. I was like, damn.
It
And then
was
your
nice
art.
to see. It was nice to see. Like for me, like I feel like being a part of some of previous art events, like shows and stuff that were put together that had artists and musicians in them. Like this one was like underground South Side. Like everybody was getting down. You know, that people had henny in their hands. Like this one, it was a good one. I gotta say.
Hell yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna interview Pops in the future because I'm like, damn, the way. I mean, that's another story. We'll talk about him later. That's how we met Cora, and I met Cora when you had bangs and like hair down to your ass.
Yeah.
So what happened? When did you do the haircut? Because it looks fierce.
Thanks. It was literally out of the blue. Like, my sister was the first one that jumped and was like, "Let's shave our heads," and I was like, "Are you serious? Like, you want to shave? Like, we're gonna do this?" And for a while, like, it was like she was just joking or whatever. You know, I didn't take her serious, but like literally out of the blue, there was my mom got the machina out. She sat us down, like, you know, because all three of my siblings, we shaved our head together. Like we're all
Wow.
We were like, the one that doesn't do it is a punk. So we all
Oh
did
man.
it. And like, I don't know, like I miss my hair now. Like my hair carried all my power. Now I'm like powerless, but it's okay. Like I'm just gonna grow back new power. Like, you know.
You think I think you're still powerful. That was just like a yeah, the hair was crazy, but I'm like, this is dope. I'm like, I think it's gonna come out more energy coming out of you. Like how have things been going in quarantine? Have you been working on any art or anything?
Yeah, I've been trying to focus on art right now because art's the only like thing bringing me light right now.
Yeah.
Uh, so like, yeah, just I have so many unfinished pieces right now. Like I have packs and packs of arts like on top of each other right now from what I've been trying to work on. I got a tablet too, so now I've been using
Ooh.
Procreate. That was like a big
How are you
deal for
liking
me.
that?
What happened?
How are you liking the Procreate?
I love it. It's pretty cool. I would suggest like a lot of artists, try to get down on it because it was pretty cool. Like for me it was kind of like a privilege to be able to even afford a tablet first of all, and then get a tablet. Like I didn't grow up very materialistic, so like electronics and stuff like that is like never a big deal to me, but like this tablet, like that's my buddy. That's we create together.
Yeah. Hey, so when you like, what kind of where do you find your inspiration when you get into these moments? Like like when you have that fire inside, do you hit the sketchbook, or do you go straight to the canvas, or do you go to this Procreate? Like which one do you choose now?
I go straight to the canvas. Sometimes like if I'm smoking or something and I have an idea and like I don't have anything around me, like I'll go on my notes on my phone and I'll do like a quick like doodle so that I don't forget. But other than that, like if I'm feeling it in the moment, I'm like I gotta put this down right now, and so I'll go straight to the canvas and I'll start like working on it.
That's dope. I mean, that's the passion, man. I'm like, that's what I dig about art. Is like when you feel it, you're like, zoom, and you run with it. And it's always neat to see the stuff, like your perspective, because I've seen a lot of your art. You've done different stuff. You've even done something that has like a floating frame on it. You like held it up to the sky. I was like,
Yeah, it just honestly it just depends on my mood, and that's why like I don't know how to describe my art because I don't feel like I would have a certain style to it. It's like for whatever my brain or my heart are feeling at the time, like that's what I'm putting down on the canvas.
yeah, hell yeah. You know, I was also sitting back and I was like, I was thinking, oh, wait a minute. So you then how did we get this going? So after that, I'd seen you at the Mercaditos, and then after that, you all came in like curators, and you're like, we want to do a show, and I was like, what? Are you sure you could do? And you all came together and you put this artwork together, and it was called Solamente un Sueño.
Yeah, I mean, how
And
could we not? You were like, I feel like from the beginning, even after the show, the Gorgeous Summer show, like you and Melissa were always like there for me. So I like when we were planning the Solamente Un Sueño show, I was like, dude, there's no one else that we could ask for the space than Mel and Melissa, Galeria Mitotera.
that
Like that has to be the spot.
hell
They're
yeah.
down for us. We're down for them. Like I know it's gonna be a good place to hold space. And
I
we're
mean,
like
you
really
guys had
glad.
clouds.
Oh yeah, we were all making the clouds at the gallery.
But I thought that was dope because then you had letters and then you have balloons, which Melissa didn't let me go with you to go get because I was all excited. I want balloons. But that was also, it wasn't just a show. It was all also like Cora's going away. We're never going to see her again. She's going to be
That
working.
Yeah, that was crazy. That whole experience was crazy.
Can you tell everybody what you were going to be doing?
Yeah, I had a set job to become a flight attendant. Um it was my day to go came. Circumstances, I'm still here. Months, like not even a month later, like coronavirus hit. Everybody's losing their job. it was like crazy, you know, like I don't know how to explain what happened, but
It was like
you
you
know,
had a
everything happens for
feeling.
a reason. Yeah, I feel like I'm guided and I'm protected, you know. Um, Something out there new, like Kora, you got to stay here in Tucson. Like you can't be going nowhere right now, at least. At
Hey,
least right
yeah,
now. Maybe in the
yeah, at least
future.
for now. Because that was the one job, you know, flight attendant, and you were gonna go and you were gonna be away, and the fact that you missed that, I was like, damn, like this girl's lucky, man. Like, I was like, that's dope. But now I'm also thinking that not only was that you didn't go and pursue that, but also that was the last largest party we had there.
Yeah,
No, there was
yeah.
no fights, no mess, no cops were called, no nothing. Easy going get together.
And I was gonna
Archer.
miss the show too if I would have left because
That's
it was like
right.
I was supposed to leave like 2 days before, and because I didn't go, I was able to be there for the show, and like I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So Solamente un Sueño came, and you know, here we are, and now we just gotta, you know, roll with the punches, see what's next.
Yeah, my mind was blown because like when you're sitting here for hours and you're like, we can't go anywhere. I was like, what's the last party? That was the last party, and there was all kinds of things going on. There was people shopping, well, Casa de Flor was out there taking pictures, and music. I mean, I wish I would. I think my phone died that day, and I'm like, if I would have recorded that, like, oh my God, just because of all that you young artists are bringing to the table too. It's like, wow, like I'm excited to be there as you guys grow as artists, you know, and to see like what you come up with next. Which, by the way, like that was the other thing too, because a lot of what's going on. I mean, your background, you're Mexican and you're Filipina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I mean, right now, people of color, if you don't have your stuff, your paperwork, they can stop you and really ask you for your paperwork, and if they want. Oh,
Oh
look
yeah.
at Melissa's like, no, no. But if they want to harass you, they might, especially because you're brown.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Does that affect your art and the art you make, or the things you want to do? Like, does the migration and the culture does it affect you?
It's definitely a big part of my life, a big involvement. Something that sometimes when I'm not personally affected by, it's like my family, who's I'm very close to, you know, very like a tight group. And it did influence a lot of my younger work, because it is a powerful force to be reckoned with as well. And the way that I've dealt with it a lot of times is like through my art, just because the fact that, you know, there's not very much a young brown girl like me, you know, can do in those sort of situations. But at the same time, it's like something that I can't escape either. Like it's there, regardless. It's something that brings fear to a lot of times, you know, to a lot of families. um, but you know, I don't, like it becomes a part of your life, and you just gotta learn to roll with it sometimes. Don't stay too comfortable though in that position. Like always fight for your place to exist, for your place to belong, for your place as a human being, you know.
Yeah.
But um
Do you work on any murals?
not any murals. I have like my little like wood that I work on.
Damn, that's like a small mural behind you.
Kinda, huh? But
Yeah,
it's my dad. He has a lot of wood out here, so he just lets me take what I'd like, and I just paint on them, practice my spray paint, um, as much as I want, and it keeps me busy, and it's like an outlet for me. So.
that's awesome that your dad supports you in that way, and that it's recycling.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like Sally will come over sometimes too, and she'll get down on these, and my friend Nina too. We'll
Really?
yeah, we'll just come out here and we'll like paint on these things.
Oh, that's dope. Like, but wait, so are you like a crew of taggers, or like, are, not teasing you, but or do you like, what do you guys paint? Like, what do you girls work on?
Just whatever. Like just whatever. Sally will throw up nucleus a lot of times, and Nina will just practice her art, practice spray paint. And I mean, same with me. I'll just do whatever I feel like working on, just to practice, like maybe future murals, maybe future wall work.
That's dope. That's dope. I never had that around my area. Like a group of women working on art, like spray paint. Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? So that's dope. Which is your favorite spray paint?
Well, right now, because I'm not all like into it and all that, I just use like the Krylon or like the Rustium. I don't know what the other like cheapy brand from Walmart and Home Depot is called.
No, but the Rust-Oleum, the ones that say 2X, those
Yeah.
are really nice.
Right.
They've really came up with something that's affordable, and it does the job very nicely without having to change the tip of the nozzle. So that one, I agree with you on that one. You know what? Melissa wanted me to ask you, how did you get into doing that, the skull paintings? The
Oh, those, they're like the cow skull heads. Those, well, I
that's the
mean,
one.
part of my Mexican culture is like always like rancho culture. So in the ranchos, like all my tios and stuff, like they have those dead skull heads as decoration. So for me, it was like, you know what, I'm gonna take something that like I grew up with, and see what I can do with it. And conveniently, I met up with this guy I was in Nogales, and I was gonna go buy one. And the guy that sold it to me, his name is Israel. He has he has a whole setup over there in Nogales too. He's a great guy, self-taught artist too. His art is dope. Uh, like the moment I told him what it was for, like he was into it. He was like, you know what, like keep doing it. Like self-taught, we could all do it out here. Like from there, you know, inspired me to do it even more. So I go back and I buy some from him. Like he hooks it up. Um, and now, you know, just create art from that.
I like it because it looks dope. Like when you have something like that on the wall, it looks really interesting. And you know what? I was tripping on too, because I mean, you guys hustle maniacs, man. You roll up with all these tables and set up at all the events and stuff. I was like, you guys were ready to go, ready to sell. And I'm like, damn, that's entrepreneurial shit, not just artists. You know, you got the things that you're doing right now. I'm like, man, like that's why I see you as so confident, because you're just out there, you know, doing your thing, and your life's so chill. Like I'm like,
I mean, it's just how I've been. Like my not like my lifestyle. Like had to grow up super young. You know, had to be super mature, super young. Um, so just changes constantly. Like you never know when something is gonna change in your life, and you just gotta go with it. And like art, that was one of the things for me that, you know, I just had to go with it. Like I didn't know what I was doing.
damn.
You know, they just told me, you know, bring a table, bring your art. That's what I was doing from there. Like every event I was going to, I was picking up a little bit here, a little bit there, you know. But that's for me, like self-taught. That's all I've ever known.
Yeah, damn. I know that we try to buy paintings from you, and you're like, I'm keeping this one. I'm like,
That's
you're gonna
very
pay me for
rare when
that.
that happens. Actually, it's very rare. I think
Really?
I've done it to like 3 or 4 pieces, but I mean, it doesn't take long for me to be like, all right, we've had we've had our time together. You can go now.
Right? You're like, my babies.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Oh,
What
look
do you
at
mean you want to take
we
it?
we actually got one, huh?
Oh heck yeah! Oh yeah! I love that piece. I based that piece off of my nopalitos that I have in my front yard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope. I love it. We love it. It looks good on our wall. Thanks,
Thank
Melissa.
you.
Do
Thank you.
you have anything else nearby that you can show the folks what kind of work you do out there?
Yeah, I brought some pieces out.
Yeah, please do.
I have this piece right now. is one of the ones I've had a hard time letting go of too. Um, it's like my Suspira piece.
Ooh, that's dope.
I have this one too is one of the ones I've had a hard time letting go of, which was like.
Oh yeah, it's neat.
And then I have a cow skull right here too.
Ooh.
I posted it already, but it's like.
Oh, I didn't see that one. That's really pretty. Damn. So how much is when you sell something like that? How much is that?
I didn't. I shot low, very low when I started, but I started just letting them go at whatever the person wanted to give me, and the most expensive one I sold was like for $500.
Wow, that's cool though, because that's supporting an artist. So
Yeah, that was like the most like support that I saw with one of those things. And like I'm definitely gonna work on more of those, just like the meaning behind them too, like creating something like that comes from death into beauty. Like I'm all about that. I'm all like my dark side. My dark side comes out a lot on in my art too.
really?
So
I don't know that I've seen any of the dark side on that one. On your
I just it's because like how death is beautiful. It's sad and there's beauty in it. I see death to me doesn't have the typical meaning, you know, like I try to find the beauty in it. Um, like our bones, the cow bones, we eat from it, you know, cow provides so much to us, you know, our bones provide so much to us. So it's like once our souls leave these bodies, we have these bones, and why not make art from it, you know? Why not make it into something beautiful, something somebody can look at and appreciate, and like that cow is seen as like a piece of art.
hell yeah. My friend out there in internet space, T Loving, also known as Journey in Pieces, is saying yes. I love that. No, I love that. I mean, I just man, that's why we spoke so long on the telephone because you were describing things and we were talking, and it's just amazing to hear. I think this is the biggest reason why we wanted to do interviews is because showing the art sometimes isn't the complete experience, and the people out there, the audience, needs to know the artist's story. Because what you just said is like, damn, I want to see what else she does next. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. So how about this? I mean, if imagining that we get out of this pandemic and quarantine and all that, what's next for you? What are you gonna do? Like, what do you have lined up?
Oh well, right now, um talking about changes in our lives that happen right now. I got some like family things going on right now that I'm gonna handle. Probably will end up me physically moving to Mexico for a while.
What?
Uh, not sure yet. I don't like to talk about these things because we've learned from past experience. You know, things can change at last minute. uh,
Damn.
drastically too. Um,
What part of
so
Mexico?
I don't know yet. My brother's being deported, so
Shit.
yeah. So I'm gonna try to be there for him as much as I can, even if that involves like making changes in my own life. Like my brother, like I got a lot of love for him, so I'm gonna be there for him. You know, once he's released and deported, I'm gonna try to be there for him when he gets out. Make sure everything's easy for him. Um,
Man,
so
you're a good sister. Sure. Man.
he was a good brother to me when I was little, so I think I owe it to him now, you know. Like
Man.
he hasn't had the typical life of the regular like um law abiding citizen. So so I feel like this is a time for me to like be there for my brother, like make sure that um he's on back on track doing what he needs to do. So if he doesn't stay in Nogales, we have family in Guaymas. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
see what
damn.
I got to do there. I mean, I try to get a job. I've tried to get jobs here, tried to do what I can do to stay in Tucson, but just everything's leading back to possibly relocating over there. So, and
Man, we'll have someone to visit when we go now.
heck yeah, anytime,
Hell
anytime.
yeah.
There's a beach over there. It's
Right?
by San
Oh,
Carlos, so beautiful. I love it over there.
oh, well, you know what? I have family in Sinaloa.
Yeah, what part?
I don't even know where that.
Oh, cause like yeah,
Because
cause
my
we're all
family
going
got
to
divorced.
Sonora.
Oh, I know. Well, Sonora. Right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the region, and Sinaloa is like another region that has like
Right.
these like I guess you can call them like states or cities or whatever.
Yeah. My pops, he got in trouble and he got deported about 20 something years ago. He's
It
in Tecate.
happens.
Yeah, he's in
It doesn't
Tecate.
make you a villain either. So
Nah, he's just crazy, that guy. No, but you know what? Can you tell people how they can get a hold of you? Like, how can they contact you here on internet, on the Instagram?
yeah, you can follow my page, Suspira underscore Arte. From there, if you want to talk art, anything, I'm open to anything and everything. You know, whatever's clever. Feel free to come to me. I'll be there.
That's dope, man. Oh, are there any other platforms? Do you have like your own little web page or something, or are you just here on Instagram?
Yeah, just on Instagram, I have been thinking of ways that I can pursue my art further and like take it like a little bit more serious and have like a more like professional look to it, like with a website, some cards, all this and that, everything that I can do to really get my name out there. But right now, just on Instagram, it's been working for me. It's beautiful. It's done good to me. So I'm just gonna I'll be right here if you need me on Suspira underscore Arte.
Yeah. Well, you know what's cool is I just realized that there's a lot of projects that happen in our Nogales, Mexico, and Nogales, Arizona that requires we need an artist on the other side. And so if you do end up over there, you're probably gonna be my contact
Oh heck yeah, I'll be there.
for all projects on that side. So if that happens, or no matter what happens, please know that Melissa and I are here for you. And damn, you know what? I love talking to you.
You guys have always proven to be there for me, so I'm down for you guys too. Whenever you need anything, hit me up. I'm there.
Man, I love you, Kora. Shit.
I love you too, man.
Man, well, this has been such a nice interview. I'm folks out there in the internet, please check out Suspira Arte. She's super dope. She's a cool ass person. I can't wait to be off of this quarantine so that we can actually hang out. Oh, is there anything else you want to like mention to the audience out there?
Just do it. I hate to sound like like Nike, like a corporation, but I mean they got a point. Just do it, and that's something that I've had to learn myself. Like nobody's gonna do it for you, so you got to get up. You got to do it yourself.
Here you go. You came in and out, but you know what? Because Kora's magical.
It's it's
It's
doing it
filling all
again.
the energy. Remember? But you know what? It's the magic. So audience, you know what? This is Kora Suspira Arte. She's a local artist. She's dope as fuck. She's a great person. I dig her a lot. Thank you again for taking this time out to chat with La Mitotera.
Definitely.
And
Thank you for having me, and thank you for always being there for me too. I got a
oh
lot of love
yes.
for you guys.
Oh, right back at you. And thank you everybody who was watching. Thanks,
Definitely.
Kora.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.